Alright you guys, back at it again with another video, and today we are breaking down the top 5 tests that you want to get if you have a child on the autism spectrum. Now the very first test that you're going to want to ask for is called the folate receptor antibody test. This is a blood test to test for antibodies in the blood that could be potentially blocking folate from reaching the brain. According to emerging research, up to 75% of children on the autism spectrum are testing positive for these antibodies. The second test that you're going to want to ask for is the stool analysis. Now, a lot of kids on the autism spectrum have candida or a Clostridium bacterial infection. These infections can give off something called propionic acid, which can affect the neurotransmitters in these kiddos. The third test, and arguably the most important test that you're going to want to get, is called the organic acids test, or the OAT test. This test will help to further identify mitochondrial problems or also potential gut infections like candida or Clostridia that I mentioned earlier. The fourth test that you're going to want to ask your doctor for is called the heavy metals test. Now, this can come as a urine test or a hair test. It's recommended to get the urine test, and this will help to identify if your child has been exposed to heavy metals, mercury, lead, arsenic. There's a whole list that they could have been exposed to. And the final round of testing that you want to ask your doctor for is going to be genetic testing. Now, many doctors will start out with something called the CMA or the chromosomal microarray, but if that's inconclusive or doesn't give enough information, you might want to step it up and get something like whole genome sequencing or whole exome sequencing. Whole exome sequencing is like getting the most important parts of the book. You know, you got the highlights of the book. Whereas getting the whole genome sequencing is like reading the entire book. You know, it's every page, every letter, you're going to see every detail. That being said, these are some of the most important tests that you can ask your doctor for if you have a kiddo on the autism spectrum. I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for coming to my TED Talk.